Yeah.
bisected you. That is literally through the middle of your dick. You should be gone. Fire away. Oh.
Eh. Funny. Am I up or now?
Oh, yeah, you are. And you can see me fail.
Are you up? Are you actually like watching or what? The Vey?
No, actually, the yeah, you went back into your body.
Alright. I don't see me as like. Oh. Well, let's go ahead and kill them all. I totally could have just mag dumped into the heavy gunners and shit like that, and I wouldn't have given a fuck. Oh yeah, the bombards are looking at you. I'm working my way over to them. It feels like it's inaccurate from this distance for some reason. You see that? Like at that distance, it feels inaccurate. Like you can tell it packed the punch, but it just at that distance it doesn't. I don't know. It's weird. Totally. Let's see. What else is there that I could fucking use since we're already here? The Harpack got a huge buff too. That was necessary. Oh, let's use this. Let's let's use this. Yeah, this is gonna suck, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Okay, let's go murder some dudes with this dildo. Oh, I can't wait till this thing gets buffed. You know what's funny is that I'm actually frying some of these enemies. Thing sucks. So bad. Look at that fucking recoil when I burst fire this shit too. I'm trying to shoot him like we're having a stagger off. Let's see. What else? Oh, I didn't shit on your Nova? Alright, well, here, let's talk about Nova then. Where's my Nova? Oh, fuck. Wrong build. Okay, this is the build that I use literally all the fucking time. Like, you name it, I will use it. I will use this build here. I do this for sorties, for LORs, for pretty much anything. You should You should be able to see it when it sits still. Yeah, I mean, I could just tell you right now, if you want. Well, I got prime continuity, prime flow, pretty much what you would expect on the Nova. Narrow-minded, quick thinking, so basic stuff. I also got lightning dash on there because I'm weird like that. I also have handspring because I'm weird like that. And there are 3 mods in here that you probably wouldn't use for her, but I do have a rank 4 streamline, a rank 4 fleeting expertise, and a rank 8 transient fortitude on here. The reason why I do have a rank 8 transient fortitude, because I know duration for your Nova is a really good thing, but having one mod that does 45% power strength is actually fucking amazing. It saves me a lot of time, and it gives me a lot more room to be able to play with different things. So I will show you what I mean by that. I'll grab a fucking shotgun. So the current max right now, I think 18 or 16 seconds. 18, 16, or 17 seconds for putting her 4th ability up, but 10 seconds is perfect. And this is how long my build lasts. 10 seconds is perfectly fine. Like, it's still going, and I'm not even done yet. I'm covering a massive portion of the map. Not only that, but I can cast this a lot more often, saving myself a lot more energy for spam casting this a whole bunch, or spam casting my portals a bunch, or just being able to keep myself alive a little bit longer. Although I do get 10 of these because I don't have very much to keep. This is why I run this build in particular as opposed to anything else, because I prefer having to keep myself alive as well as making myself unbelievably hard to kill. Like, all I have to do is like this. Cast once. There's a shitload of enemies over there. Cast this over there. They're dead. Tanky enemies. They're dead too, because I could just run over there and solve the problem myself. I can be as aggressive as I want because these enemies have half their DPS. And I win. I use this build for literally everything and anything that I possibly can, because this build just complements everything that you can do. You want to slow down enemies for a mobile defense, an excavation, a defense in general, you name it. You just do this, and you can't fucking die. Unbelievably hard to die is this build. I mean, there are other builds that people use, and if you're not going to plan on taking damage a whole bunch and you got like an EV Trinity on you or something like that, then you could just run like a standard slow Nova build, which is pretty simple to use. But to be honest with you, I'll always take this. I will always take this. That build is the reason why I fell in love with this character in the first place. Okay, one sec. You biffed that hard, didn't you? If you want me to, I can screenshot this and I can send it to you if you really need it. Hope you can read that. Yeah. The criticisms here that you could... Yeah, well, criticisms here that you could definitely change for yourself. Lightning dash you don't need, but I prefer the extra speed. Handspring you don't need, but once again I prefer the extra speed because the longer time you're on your ass, the more time the enemy has to wail into you. And you don't want that, because you respect your energy. Lightning dash can be replaced, but I still say handspring is something that you cannot replace. That's why I say handspring is literally not going to be replaced on this build whatsoever. Lightning Dash I can understand. You could probably give yourself Antimatter Absorb because that shit is hilarious. Or you can give yourself Escape Velocity for that extra speed. Yeah, let me show you how stupid Antimatter Absorb is. Hold up. Fucking, you got your standardized little ball that chases after shit, but when you put on Antimatter Absorb, it just gets fucking gigantic, and that scales with range. The more range you have on this, the better it gets. So that looks kind of okay, but that's not very big. And I will show you a better build in a sec as soon as I switch this mod back. Alright, so check this out. Yeah, enemies, if they hit that giant ring, the antimatter absorbs that. And the antimatter will take that damage into account, and then basically making the size of your antimatter that. So I'll spawn some enemies. And you can use this as a face shield too. Like if you see a shitload of enemies, you can use this as an oh shit button, put it right here, and you can shoot past it while they're too busy shooting at it. It's actually kind of gross. Enemies legit can't do anything about this. Although it doesn't do that much damage because of this build, but that was just for the memes, really. Pretty entertaining. I like that a lot, but it's not really that useful, especially when you don't have that much range, because my build doesn't have that much range on it. But if you really enjoy using that to your advantage, then go ahead. I would still probably recommend Escape Velocity. Slova, that used to be this is the way that I used to have everything set up. So this would be my primary one, and this was my experimental build, and this is my Speed Nova build. Experimental build has suddenly became my most used build, so I should probably switch that, but I've been so lazy that I don't want to do that. Well, my slow Nova build has suddenly turned into my Plains of the Eidolon build, so I'll show you right now. This is what my slow Nova build is. It has like 78% duration, but it also has 265% range. And I can't actually go through this because it's too fucking long. I think the molecular prime only lasts 5 seconds anyways. So yeah, I can't legit do anything. I can't even fucking troll you with this shit because this shit's too long. Like it's way too long. So my slow Nova build has turned into the Plains of Eidolon build, which I need to change, but oh well. This is what like I said though, this build that I use right here, that solo Nova build, I use this for raids too. Anytime I need to do something, like I'll just fucking jump up, I'll go ahead and cast this, I'll fucking hack something or something like that, and then I'll fucking move on. Enemies are still slowed down. Problem enemies are still here, okay, I'll drop an antimatter, move on. Easy peasy. That's how I usually run my Nova. Few things though, this doesn't have very much range on this build, so you can't really utilize this too terribly much, even though that is actually a pretty great distance still. Yeah, it's enough. And plus it's enough to troll people with. If you really enjoy doing that. Yeah, it's a little bit long. I mean, if you want to, what you can do with my build is you can take off Lightning Dash and replace it with a stretch. Or you can take off Streamline and replace that with a stretch. It's really up to you. But that's normally what I like to use. I'm a big fan with the way that this works, and that's the only reason why I love this character so much, is because I'm really hard to kill just because I exist, and I have such a huge energy pool, and when I half their DPS, it makes it even harder for them to kill me, so, like, Nova's fucking hard to kill. And on top of that, I can just instantly solve an AoE of enemies. Like, if there's too many bad guys, I can just solve that. That's why I run this. Is there any thoughts, comments, questions, concerns about that build?
No, it's pretty much very similar to when I joined back into it. I don't view it the same way, like, definitely do it more inefficiently, but it's the same kind of account. So that's a cleaner way to get those numbers by using that fucking red feature.
Yeah, I mean, you can use an Intensify and Power Drift for it, but that, once again, that takes up 2 different mod slots, which I would not prefer. I know you do get a sacrifice of power duration, which is kind of poopy for this character, but 10 seconds? That's perfect.
It's enough, yeah.
That is... Honest to God, you don't need anything over, like, 8 seconds. Because 8 seconds is perfect. 10 seconds? That's perfectly fine too. And 16 seconds or anything above that is like fucking overkill. At that point, you're just fucking lazy. So, like, all you want to do is just cast this and forget about it for the rest of the day. But the rest of this build, perfectly fine. These portals, these last enough time that they can just be useful for literally anything. This does like way too much damage to even like not talk about. And this, although you do get 10 of them, this does actually give you quite a bit of protection. And plus, also combining it with the fact that you slow down enemies, it's so hard to die. So hard to die. You have to try to kill yourself, and even then, it's not even that easy. Because if you die as Nova, you're either A, not casting enough abilities, or B, not casting enough abilities. It's only that option. Yep. Even then, I mean, all you have to do is just shoot this like once. You know what's funny? Here, let me give you my Lex. Where the fuck's my Lex? There we go. So my Lex... This is funny as fuck. I can instantly kill anything in the game by just doing this. One shot. That's all I gotta do. Yeah, it sounds weird, doesn't it? It sounds really... I like the sound effect, personally. It makes no reload sound, though. I don't mind the pistol skin that much. I kind of like it. Yeah, but, like, anything in the game, I can instantly kill it with, like, just one fucking shot. So just do that, and then I shoot once into it, that's all I gotta do, and then it carries itself over there, and then boom. Heavy gunners are a different issue, though. Look at the AoE that I get out of that too. Like I'm gonna put my antimatter like right there, and I'm gonna kill that other bombard on the right side of that. Like that range is stupid, and I only shot that once. Like her, just you don't even have to like you don't have to do that much effort. You don't even have to fill that thing all the way up, and you still kill everything. Fucking gross. I can also put that skin on that weapon too. Also, you'll never guess what these are until I shoot them. I'll shoot them for you here. Isn't that cool? Doesn't it? It's good. I like these. This is the Axe Stilettos, by the by. This thing is so cool, huh? I know. I love the way these look too. They actually color super well. That's why I also like that Mesa skin. Here, I'm gonna grab that Mesa skin because it's so sexy. Oh, also, you want to see something else? You know, I don't really like the way, like how sweaty the dual toxicists look. But with this Mesa skin, come on, switch. Thank you. All right, there we go. Dual toxicists right there. It's pretty cool. I love it a lot, actually. It looks so good. So good. And they also got that cool sound effect. Also, my peacemakers have that exact same sound effect. Here, follow me. I'll show you. You hear it on my peacemakers? It changes the sound effect. Yeah, it completely destroys the sound effect of the original and modifies it. I love hearing the new one. The new one's way better in my opinion. It's just, it's a softer sound, but it's so much nicer to listen to. Much more audibly pleasing. And plus, I love this dress that she wears. It's so cute. I kinda like it. It grew on me. It grew on me.
It's one of those, yeah, I think it'll grip on me as well. I just like the profiling of it. I mean, that's what I guess.
They have this really weird fetish ever since Mirage Prime with this cloth that looks so good. And it's like a metallic colored cloth that you can color. It's like I was half tempted to put red on this. Just because I love the way that a crimson red looks on this like metallic cloth, but I couldn't. I was like, no, I gotta stick with my original. Hell yeah, dude. So fucking good. I'm gonna spawn me like 8 enemies real quick so I can fucking kill them all. Because the dual toxicist buff is gonna go away because it's only gonna be 2 seconds. That means that Mesas can't do this anymore. Well, as effectively, at least. They'll still be able to leech the stats. That sounds like a fucking minigun. Yeah! Do you see the peacemakers that she has in her arms too? They look like flintlock pistols. How can you say no to that? Yeah, those. Those are the regulators here. See that shit? Yeah, it is. It is so cool. I fell in love with this skin immediately after seeing that. I was just like, these are flintlock pistols. I was like, yeah, boy.
I was planning on getting it, but I had to wait to see like whether I wanted to see the model.
Let's see where it is. What is it called? It's not bad. Not bad. Here. This is the Sindana you get. Not bad. Reminds me way too much of that Nell one. I know. the skin, man, is so good. I love it a lot. I know, right? She's just, I love it too much.